Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A race against time. 500,000 of Michigan's excess vaccines are set to expire soon. So why can't we send them to Canada?
Michigan's governor wants to pay people to re-enter the workforce. Tonight, what employers think of that idea.
But first, an update on the breaking news we brought you at 5 o'clock. A death investigation underway at this hour in Flat Rock.
State Police Forensic Lab has responded to a home on Sheiks near Gibraltar. We're working to learn exactly what happened, and we'll have updates as we get them here on air and online at clickondetroit.com.
Now to the governor's plan to offer people money to get back into the workforce.
The incentive, $300, but will it be enough to help fill many jobs across the state? Consumer investigator Hank Winchester has been out talking to business owners, and Hank, it's been a very frustrating time for those who are trying to return to full staffing.
We're here in a very windy downtown Royal Oak. As you can imagine, this has been a very frustrating process and a frustrating year for many business owners, but some of them are hopeful that this incentive, the financial incentive, will get employees back to work.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Susan Hole is an office manager in Northville, and like many employers I've spoken with recently, she's unable to fully open her office right now because she doesn't have enough employees.
Each doctor is doing 2 hours in the office, and the rest of it is telemedicine because we can't find staff to work.
She's spending big money on advertising for these open positions, offering solid wages and benefits, but 9 times out of 10, the applicants simply want confirmation an interview has been set up, she believes, so they can continue to receive their benefits from the state.
It's costing us, like $1,500 a week to try to get employees. I say we had 31 responses during that week, and reached out to people. I actually 4 or 5 people that actually responded back. But when I asked them to set up a phone interview, I just don't hear back.
But now the governor has a new plan. If you get back to work right now, there's a financial incentive.
Eligible laid-off employees will earn $300 per week bonus for returning to the workforce through September 4th.
Susan is hopeful that extra money will encourage people to get back to work, but she's cautiously optimistic. Like so many other business owners I've spoken to recently, they're simply frustrated.
I've been in the business 32 years, and I just never in my wildest dreams would have expected it to get this bad.
I did reach out to the state and to UIA specifically to say, listen, these business owners are incredibly frustrated. Interviews are being set up and then canceled. In some cases, they're paying for people to have physicals or training, and they're not accepting the jobs. I said, is something going to change? And they said right now, it's something they're evaluating. We're live here tonight in Royal Oak. Hank Winchester, back to you.
A lot of people talking about this story. Okay, we appreciate it, Hank. Devin.
The long delay has ended. The launch of the Ford Bronco got underway in Wayne today. The UAW line workers started building the much-anticipated SUV in earnest. Rod Maloney live with more on this. Rod, it's been about a quarter century, but the Bronco never actually really faded away.
No, it didn't. In fact, there was a group of engineers within Ford that desperately wanted to keep it alive, and every time they brought it up, the management would say, I'm done with the B word. Well, they prevailed over time, and now here we are with the B word. The heavy lifting of actually producing one of the most sought-after SUVs in years began this morning, many months after it was supposed to, but let's face it, a pandemic and other issues did get in the way. And line worker Christopher Ditmore feels a particular connection to the nameplate. His father built the original version here.
And he was here when they built the very first one in '65 for the '66 model year. He retired in 1994. I came in 1990 working here at this plant. The next thing I know, I was here for '96 when they built the last one, and I'm here again for the rebirth of the new one.
And on top of that, his son just landed a job here too. The new Bronco comes in 2- and 4-door editions, is aimed directly at the Jeep Wrangler in the midsize SUV segment, and is expected to reap considerable profits. More than 100,000 people have paid the $100 reservation fee to get in line to buy one. IHS Markit auto analyst Stephanie Brindley told Local 4 today a younger buyer is anxious to put COVID in the rearview mirror.
They want to go out this summer and go camping, and they want to go off-roading, and they want to take their vehicle with them.
And none other than plant manager Eric Williams says he knows the Bronco is a real head-turner.
From Saturdays at the Eastern Market to just cruising down Woodward and Campus Martius, it's a people magnet when you drive the Bronco around town.
And we've been seeing them roll off the line. They really do. They have an interesting line here. Now, let's talk a little bit about the expectation for this vehicle. They're going to make money, no doubt about it. But it's not going to be their top seller. The Explorer, the Escape, and even the Bronco Sport are likely to sell more. But this is one of those things that those niche buyers really love, their Bronco. Back to you.
The buzz for it has just been really extraordinary, Rod. But so even though we mentioned it really hadn't gone away, they still had to make the business case to bring it back, right?
Well, they did, Devin. And, you know, out here at the Michigan Assembly plant, they only had half the plant working, and they were building the Ranger. Well, guess what? They figured out if they put the Bronco on the Ranger platform, now we have something. And there, by the way, are your profits.
Really cool. Can't wait for it to pop off the line. All right, Rod. Now, the coronavirus, the United States reaching a sad milestone.
Now, more than 600,000 Americans have died from the coronavirus. That's equal to the yearly death toll from cancer. Meanwhile, the Michigan State Senate has passed a bill to give schools more than $4 billion in COVID relief funding. There could be a final vote to send it to the governor's desk tomorrow. Today, Michigan reports 182 new cases and 26 additional deaths. The vaccination rate is up to 60.6%. Just a few months ago, Michigan didn't have nearly enough doses of COVID vaccine. People at highest risk from the virus struggled to secure appointments to get their shot. Well, now the state has hundreds of thousands of excess doses that are set to expire within weeks. Sean Lay is live with a closer look at the problem. And Sean, the clock is now ticking to avoid an enormous waste of life-saving vaccines here.
That's a perfect way, Kimberly, of summing up. Let's get right to those numbers. Michigan right now is scrambling to get 540,000 extra doses either into arms, into other states, or into other pharmacies when Canada, right across the bridge and tunnel, says they desperately need them.
So I would just ask the politicians, do everything in their power not to have these vaccines go to waste.
David Mouche runs Windsor Regional Hospital. He and politicians in power just across the border are pleading with Michigan leaders to not let thousands of needed COVID-19 doses to expire and be thrown out. Canada right now has demand, but doses are in such short supply. Dose 1 and 2 are being spread out 4 months apart, and the Delta variant is now spreading within those who had the first dose. Michigan says it's against CDC policy to ship extra doses to Canada.
To have doses being thrown away or on the verge of being thrown away, and we're being told they're already being thrown away and discarded, it just hurts. Knowing that those vaccines are available.
The state confirms that 240,000 doses of Johnson & Johnson vaccine are set to expire between now and August 1st. 50,000 Moderna doses will expire between June 20th and August 8th. 250,000 doses of Pfizer will expire between June 30th and July 31st. And just over a mile away, those doses are badly needed.
Spend the time, try to make it happen, rather than having to explain yourself why doses are being thrown out.
Back here live again, Michigan says this is CDC policy. Windsor and its mayor are saying Pfizer in particular made right in Kalamazoo and can come right across the bridge or tunnel. And Windsor officials are really pressuring or asking folks in Lansing to get creative to solve this problem. They will meet them halfway at the tunnel or bridge and get this done. And you point out, time is ticking. Back to you.
Really is. Okay. Sean, thank you.
Just in, family members of the late Michigan football coach Bo Schembechler speaking out in his defense. This, of course, in response to recent claims by Schembechler's son, Matt, who said Bo knew He and other players had been sexually assaulted by Dr. Robert Anderson and did not act to stop the abuse. So a just released statement, Bo's wife Kathy, his son Glenn, and daughter-in-law Megan say in part, quote, "In our steadfast opinion, Bo was not aware of such conduct and assumed that any procedures were medically appropriate. As he demonstrated at many points in his career and to us as a family, Bo had a clear and compelling sense of right and wrong. He would not have tolerated misconduct, especially toward any of his players, family members, coaches, or to anyone associated with the University of Michigan's football program." End of quote. You can read the full letter. We've got it right now at clickondetroit.com. But in the meantime, the radio play-by-play voice of Michigan football, Jim Brandstatter, is also weighing in. In an interview with WWJ Radio, Brandstatter says he finds the charges against the coach hard to accept.
If Bo knew about this stuff, there's no way that he would have let it continue, especially with his, players or his family. That stuff, just in my judgment, wouldn't happen. My defense of Bo's integrity and character should carry as much weight, I think anyway, and there are others out there I'm sure that don't think so, but carry as much weight as his accusers. In law, isn't every accused afforded the right to a vigorous defense?
Of course, Bo Schembechler died back in 2006, but tomorrow may be a pivotal day in all of this. More Anderson accusers, dozens in fact, are planning to detail their abuse claims in Ann Arbor.
The American Red Cross is asking for blood donations to help with a national blood shortage. The organization says it is experiencing a severe shortage as a number of trauma cases and organ transplants rise. They're asking donors of all blood types, but especially type O, to make an appointment. Those who donate now through June 30th will receive a $5 Amazon gift card. You can schedule an appointment at our website, clickondetroit.com.
The Defense Department is identifying a missing Navy seaman, Second Class Raymond Boynton. The move is part of their mission to account for Americans who went missing while serving our country. The 19-year-old from Granville on the west side of the state was killed during World War II. On December 7, 1941, he was assigned to the USS Oklahoma, which was moored at Pearl Harbor when the ship was, of course, attacked by Japanese aircraft. The attack resulted in the deaths of 429 crewmen that day, including Boynton. He was officially accounted for on December 22nd, 2020, so he will receive a proper burial finally coming up this September.
All right, well, we've kind of hit the June weather sweet spot here, Ben.
Yeah, Kim, sometimes just one word is all you need, pleasant, and that's exactly what we're going to see, but we chill out fast tonight. Find out just how chilly we're going to be waking up tomorrow morning. That's your Ford Zone forecast coming up.
Okay, Ben. Also, we know the real estate market is hot, but even hotter for vacation homes. Up next, we'll have the 2 Michigan counties in the top 10 nationally right now. Back with more in just a minute.